Hello. The path up to Garn was really busy. I normally come up the Mynedd path, but I came up a different path today, which you'll see on the video, and it was great. But now I've got this steep climb to do up to the little lake at the top, so let's get cracking. I'll see you up there. When I said there was a little lake at the top, it's actually a tiny lake, if you can see it down there. Making good time. Just Remembrance Sunday today, so I'd like to find myself a nice little spot near the summit somewhere, maybe for the 2-minute silence at 11 o'clock, so that'll be good. So the path goes next up onto that ridge and then follows it round. Very warm today, a lot warmer than I expected. Like I've done without my fleece lined pants on. Anyway, I'll see you a bit later up. This section of the climb is really steep, but the good thing is, although it's really hard, you do gain height really quickly. So the summit isn't too far away now. Well, I'm nearly at the top of Garn, translates as the cairn. Not going to hang around, just touch and go and then start heading along the ridge. But just look at this as a view. There's Garn there. Oh. Hello. So down from Garn now. Next one is called Foel Goch, which translates as Red Bare Hill. It's quite bare, not particularly red. Bit of fog rolling in and rolling off again, which is great. So I'm going to push on to top of Foel Goch and I'll see you there. Hello, just reached the top of Foel Goch and it's an amazing place because you're walking up this nice grassy slope and then it just ends with a sheer drop. Let me show you. Impressive place. So next stop is Mynedd Perfedd. Got just under half an hour to get there before the 2-minute silence, so I need to crack on. So I will see you over there. Right, so I'm almost at top of Mynedd Perfedd. I had to stop and just respect the 2 minutes silence for Remembrance Sunday. Managed to get a signal and connect up to home so I could watch the cenotaph with Caroline, which was great. So now to push on to Mynedd Perfedd, and then after that we go for the whole reason we've come here today, which is to get the last Glyders Carneddau Y Filiast. Let me just give you a quick 360 of where I've been sitting for the 2-minute silence. It's absolutely stunning. Right, onwards. Right, so that was Mynedd Perfedd. Now, over to Carneddau Y Filiast, which has got 2 tops and translates to Cairn of the Greyhound. Mynedd Perfedd actually translates to Middle Mountain, which I wonder whether that means it's roughly in the middle of the Glyders. Not sure if it is. Anyway, that's where we're heading now. So let's get on with it. Well, I've been sitting here a little while hoping that the fog will lift from the top of Carneddau Y Filiast. It is lifting a bit, so I think I'm going to start heading over that way. Otherwise I could be sitting there all day really. Well, that was a surprise. Thought this top with it being a bit out the way would be empty, but there are dozens of people up there, one big walking group I think, so I didn't take much footage at the top. The terrain around here is lethal. The rock, which in the Glyders is normally really grippy, some of it's grippy, some of it is slick as glass. Oop. So you never quite know from one moment to the next whether you're going to be standing up or sitting on your bottom. Anyway, somewhere down there is Carneddau Y Filiast North Top. So let's go and find that. And then it's down, down, down from then on. Just walked out the fog. All of a sudden, things are clear and beautiful. The final top over there may still be in the fog. We might go back into it in a minute. We shall see. Let's find out. Welcome to Carneddau Y Filiast North Top. Cloud free, looks very nice. Our last top of the day, all downhill from here. A little bit worried about the descent route because on the map there is a path, but it's very, very indistinct. There's a couple of places where it looks quite steep, so going to take me time and hopefully we'll get down in one piece. But then we've got a long, long yomp back down the road all the way back to the van. So been a good day. I think we're going to be below the fog now for the rest of the day. That'll be great. So quick break and then we'll head on down. See you in a bit. Here's a sobering thought for you. Been walking for over 5 hours and I'm still walking away from the van. So although once I get down from here, it's pretty flat-ish, it's still a long way back again. I'm going to have at least an hour or so walk back, so need to save a bit of energy for that. It's gone lovely now though. Look at the view over there by the Carneddau. Beautiful. And the summits are starting to clear, typically, just as I'm leaving them. Never mind. Onwards. This is the steep bit I was worried about. Very, very slippery rock. I've only got about 10-15 feet to go, but I think I'm going to have to do it on my arse. I'll see you down the bottom. Ooh, navigating this last bit is going to be tricky. You can see what we're on now is just really rough heather terrain, and the path is really indistinct. I know that I want to get down to that little road down there. That's where I've got to drop to. I think I carry on going across for a bit further, and then there's a gully of some sort that I drop down, but I've got it all marked up on the OS map, so I'll just have to follow my bearings if the path disappears. I hope it doesn't, because it's hard work getting through this heather. So I'll crack on, see where I get to. Speak to you in a bit. You know, that path actually wasn't too bad. It was quite tricky to follow at times, but I never lost it, and it was really interesting. And I'm not far now from the road, so then I've just got to march back to the van over a couple of miles. The van is parked by Tryfan, so got a long walk back, but wow, what a great day. Oh dear me. Right, to see if we can get back to the road, and I'll catch up with you again then. So it's 2 o'clock, back at the road, ready for the long walk back to the van. Feel all right. Probably need to stop and have a drink, because I haven't really stopped at all on the way down. Well, it's been lovely. That's where I've come down from. It's a nice route. Definitely do it again. It'd be nice if it was dry. Had a few midges about today as well. So let's jump down this road, and I'll see you back at stand the van in a bit.